Is the hardware giant Lowe's a bigoted company? A decision by Lowe's to cancel advertisements around the reality TV show All American Muslim has sparked a furious row between those who see Muslims as antagonistic to America and others who believe that Islam is predominantly a peaceful religion and that extremists are in the minority. The reality TV series focuses on the lives of 5 Lebanese Americans living in Michigan, an area with a growing Muslim population. But groups like the Florida Family Association have said that the show is, and I'm quoting them, propaganda that hides the Islamic agenda's danger to American liberties and traditional values. Well, that has angered many Americans of all religious groups, including Congressman Keith Ellison, Democrat from Minnesota, and he joins us now. Good afternoon, sir.
Good to be here, Martin. Thank you.
What was your reaction to Lowe's decision as a response to the campaigning of the Florida Family Association?
Disappointment. I think Lowe's is a great American company, but on this issue, they showed a distinct lack of backbone. I think that they can certainly correct this error by stepping up and doing the right thing and not capitulating to bigotry. But on this one, I think that they made a mistake. But, you know, when you mess up, you can also fess up, and if they do that, I think that they'll be just fine, and they'll have a grateful customer base that'll appreciate them. But if they persist in this, I think it'll just it'll sour, and a lot of people just won't want to go in there anymore, at least a lot of people I know.
Do you have any sympathy, sir, with some Americans who look at places like Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and see the expression of anti-Western and anti-Christian sentiments almost on a daily basis?
Well, I mean, I share my fellow Americans' disgust with those anti-American, anti-Christian sentiments. I mean, but the fact is, I mean, it's a very simple thing for an American to understand that you cannot generalize about an individual when it comes to a group they may have a connection to. I mean, look, this country went through a civil war, a momentous civil rights movement, a women's rights movement. We know about bigotry. It has been something our country has struggled to overcome. How an American or an American corporation in 2011 can't quite understand that a bad group does not mean, I mean, a bad individual does not generalize to the group. You know, I think that is a little bit beyond, and I think the people at Lowe's know better, and I think they should just do better, and I hope that they do.
Well, you've expressed a desire for them to change their position, but Lowe's is standing by their decision, and they've issued a statement which reads, and I'm quoting, "Individuals and groups have strong political and social views on this topic, and this program became a lightning rod for many of those views. As a result, we did pull our advertising. We believe it is best to respectfully defer to communities, individuals and groups to discuss and consider such issues." So from a purely economic perspective, the roughly 6 million Muslims in America spend over $33 billion each year on housing and housing services, and of course that includes people who shop at Lowe's. So what is Lowe's thinking here?
I think they got themselves buffaloed and intimidated by a group that speaks loud but is actually a very small, minor, fringe group. But they allowed themselves to get intimidated, and they made a big mistake, and now they don't know quite how to get themselves out of it. There is no other way than just say, you know what, we didn't consider all the facts. We didn't try to figure out who David Canton is and who the Florida Family Association is and all the other groups of people that they have tried to persecute, like gays, for example. And we just sort of let ourselves get buffaloed and intimidated, and we made a dumb decision. And here we are, we're going to make the right decision. Companies make mistakes all the time. But you know what? Good companies with integrity, you know, say, look, we didn't do it right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right this time. And I'm just hoping that they do.
Can I be presumptuous and assume that in the past you've probably shopped at Lowe's for things for your own home? Can I ask you, would you do that again? Would you go and buy things from that store?
No, because I think that it's not. I believe that character for a corporation matters, and I'm not seeing that out of them. I could be persuaded to be a happy customer of Lowe's again, but I think they'd have to demonstrate to me that they're not so weak-kneed that they are going to capitulate to bigotry. There are a lot of other options out there, a lot of other hardware stores out there, a lot of other home improvement places that I can go to bring my dollar, and I would just hope that Lowe's would be a good corporate citizen and not capitulate to bigotry.
Congressman Keith Ellison, as ever, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you, sir.